assholes. So a couple of days ago, anti-imperialist queen Tulsi Gabbard went on Fox News, specifically Tucker Carlson's show, and said this.
Congressman, thanks so much for coming on. So you
also, Tucker Carlson misgenders Tulsi Gabbard. Then again, reminder, Tulsi Gabbard loves to misgender people. Tulsi Gabbard's last bill as a congresswoman was to attack transgender people. So, very interesting that she gets misgendered here. But either way, let's continue.
Congressman, thanks so much for coming on. So you get to lie, I mean, this will not shock you because you've seen it so much, but you get to lie about the loss of human life, you get caught, and nothing happens to you? What kind of system is that?
I mean, this kind of accountability is critical. I want to point out first that
we're talking about the Afghanistan drone strike that killed 7 children. Horrible. Disgusting. Joe Biden should be ashamed of himself. The general who did this profound apology should fucking be in jail. That is no question. But is Tulsi Gabbard going to say that? No, actually. She is going to agree with Joe Biden. In fact, she's going to go further than far-right, racist, Islamophobe, disgusting warmonger Joe Biden and Donald Trump. She's going to go further to the right than George W. Bush. Check this out.
Anytime there are civilian casualties in war, it is tragic and terrible. Yeah. War is a terrible thing, and I think it's important for the American people to understand that Islamist jihadists are continuing to wage war against us. And the Islamist ideology, not the same as the religion of Islam, but this Islamist ideology, which is a political ideology that inspired the terrorist attacks on our country on 9/11, is the greatest threat that we're facing right now in this country and the world. It is the foundation of governance of so-called Islamic countries like Turkey and Iran and Saudi Arabia and Pakistan. And it's what's behind the discriminatory policies that they have in these countries against Christians, Hindus, Buddhists, atheists, and others. So as long as these Islamist jihadists are waging war against...
Look at Tucker Carlson. He's so confused. He's like, I thought you were going to talk about how Joe Biden is bad. Now it seems like you backed up Joe Biden. Like, okay, so they brought her on to talk about why Joe Biden killing kids is bad. A layup. And then she goes in and says, yeah, that's bad, but we had to do it. In fact, not only did we have to do it, but we have to do it a lot more. What? What? Like, I'm just... What? Like, I'm trying to figure... I can't... What? Like, okay. Yes, killing 7 kids was bad, but you know what would be good? You want to know why it's bad? Because we didn't kill 70 kids. We gotta kill 7,000 kids. That's good. Let's go. Forever wars. Anti-imperialist queen Tulsi Gabbard is advocating in favor of global world war against an entire religion. What?
To us. We have to work to defeat them militarily and ideologically. And militarily, we have 2 choices in how we do that. Number 1, we can continue to invade and occupy and nation build in countries around the world, just as we did in Afghanistan, at great cost. Number 2, we can take a targeted approach using airstrikes, using our special forces to go in and go after these terrorist cells. The reality is that the cost to the American people, the cost to our troops, the cost to civilians will be far less if we take this very targeted approach to go after these jihadist terrorist cells than if we continue making the very same mistakes that we saw in Afghanistan and other parts of the world of invasion, occupation,
but those with the lowest IQ.
Folks, what the fuck? Reminder, like, again, I love doing the victory lap on this one because it's like she gives me such good content. Reminder, Jimmy Dore, the leader of this force the vote, anti-left, quote-unquote, left-wing, anti-imperialist bullshit crowd on the internet, endorsed this over Bernard Sanders. Like, I just want to say, like, super-duper anti-imperialist, ultra-communist, hyper-duper super leftist Nico House endorsed this over Bernard Sanders. Right? Like, all of these weirdo motherfuckers right, that are going out there trying to make a shitload of money talking about how they're anti-imperialist, endorsed this over Bernard Sanders. I want to, like, just be very clear about that. Like, I know, this is insular, like, you know, left-wing bullshit. But, Lord have mercy, right? I mean, Lord have mercy. Anyone who thought that she was anti-imperialist in 2019, you're a dumb motherfucker. You're a dumb motherfucker. And you also have to realize, anyone who says that they're a left-winger, I support universal health care. That doesn't make them a left-winger. You know who else supported universal health care? Adolf Hitler. Hey, just saying. Right? So, like, that's the thing we need to understand here. These motherfuckers will say things that don't actually make any sense, and they will lie to you. Anyone who sold Tulsi Gabbard to you is a liar. They are a professional fucking charlatan. They are liars, folks. I'm just saying, like, yeah, killing 7 kids was bad, but have you thought about killing 48 kids?